Hey guys, Dal here from Dal's Rigging and Crane Tips. Yeah. This is how we roll. Crane crew, 500 crew, 20-ton Franna crew, dogging the forklift crew. All you crews out there, career enrichment, second part. And what today is going to be about is, just before I get to today, shout out to a new subscriber, Angle Johnson. Shout out, bro. Angle Johnson. Shane S1. Shout out to my main shout out, Big Boy. Big Boy. Ron Espousa. Shout out to him. And Tuatari Taniwha. Your comment about the beard was pretty funny. Made me laugh. I hope you like the comment back. All good. Jasper Fatty. Yeah, I'm up north, bro. We about that business. We about it. But anyway, career enrichment. Today, I want to talk to the people who are young and riggers. If you just got your riggers ticket and you're young, this video is for you. Next video will be young and crane operating, either small cranes, Frannas and that. And then the next video will be for the older guys, old people and crane driving. What you should do, how you can further your career, how you can look after your body, a bit like that. So these are all handy tips. Now, if you're young and you're rigging and you've got another 20 to 40, 20, 30 years in the game, you want to really get your experience while you can and not shoot up too fast. I know I sound like an old bag, do your time. You don't have to do too much time, but time gives you experience, and you can't lie about experience. You can't fake experience, man. I've seen fakers in the game. I've seen guys who say, yeah, I got this, their resume looks good, and then you can just tell by the way they approach the chain box that they don't know what they're doing, man. They don't. And so you want to be confident in what you're doing. You want to learn the proper way. And I'm sorry, but it just takes time. It does. It just takes hours on the job. You just pick up things, you notice things, your brain starts turning, your brain starts clicking. Sometimes it doesn't click for a while, man. I was like that, man. It took me a year to understand what I was doing when I first started off, mainly because Dad wasn't around. So, I didn't have that sort of culture brought up tools and stuff. And so it was a big eye-opener. But once it starts clicking, it all starts happening and you start getting it and you start processing things. But it just takes time. And so if you're already mechanical savvy, you're ahead of the game at the start. But so if you're young and rigging, these are the tips, bro. Try and rig for every crane. Don't get comfortable. The worst thing that you can do for your career is stay stagnant and stay sitting on the same crane, doing the same job every day that you've done for the last year, doing the same containers. So what you need to do, what I advise you to do, is get your truck license while you're doing your rigging and get you working at heights in EWP, so you're more versatile, so you can work for all the cranes. See, if you don't have that, then they're just going to pick the riggers who do have their truck license and who do have their EWP and do have their working at heights. So the more versatile you are, the more tickets you got, the more places that you can go, the more experience you can get. And so that's what you want to get. You want to get experience on all the cranes. Now, the purpose of this career enrichment is to give you job security and to get you better pay. And to have job security, you have to have something to offer your boss. So when times get tough, I think we're edging to a boom now, but when times are tough and there's a depression, if you've got nothing to offer amongst the rest of the other guys, you're probably going to be the first to go. So you don't have to do more than people who are just bludgeon at work. You just got to do a little bit more. And so a little bit more is start learning all the cranes while you're rigging. So while you're rigging, start learning how to put a fly on with the crane operator. Start putting the little manual fly on the franner. Start learning how to put the manual third section out on the 20-ton franner. Start learning how to put the counterweight on a 25. Start learning how to put a fly on a 50-ton kato. Start learning how to put a fly on a bigger crane. Start learning all these things and be eager to learn those things. Even if at the start of the day you go to whoever your coordinator is, if you're a small company, your boss who gives out the jobs in the day, have a look at the jobs, and if you've got the option, go for the job you haven't done before, because look, now you've got experience in something new, you've got experience in something that you can offer, and if you're the only one who can do that job, then you're the only one who's going to stay around when the times get tough. And so you still got to start switching on. So start learning all the cranes, start learning how to put on all the accessories, the flies, the counterweights, all that. And also, what you want to do is start learning the cranes as well. So watch the operator as he puts the outriggers out. Watch the operator, how he booms up and comes down on the winch if you got to unhook it from the front. Start watching how he puts the counterweights on. Ask him questions. Say, hey man, how'd you do that? And if he's a good guy, if he's one of the bros, or if he's a good fella, he'll let you know. Jump up beside his cab. Go up to his cab and be like, "Oh, what buttons are you pushing there, man?" "Oh, yeah, I'm pushing this one," and just talk to him. Give him some props, man. I said, "Oh, man, I seen you done that, man. What'd you do? How'd you do that?" Get investigative. Don't just be dormant with your time. You've got a lot of time because you're young and you're rigging, but don't just sit there on Candy Crush, man. Don't just sit there on some stupid game. Start accelerating. Start learning everything. So when the crunch happens at your work, which it does, because every 10 years is a boom, every 10 years is a bust, that you're not the one the first to go. You're the only one who knows how to put the fly on the 80-ton. You're the only one who knows how to do a train derailment. You're the only one who knows how to put the outriggers in the 500-tonner. You're the only one. I've had a rigger in my old job. He was the only one who could put the super lift and the outriggers and do all that on the 500. So he got all the work. He passed all the redundancies. He got the job because he's got something to offer. So whatever it is for your job, I know every job's different. Maybe there's only 2 cranes in the yard. Maybe you've got 50 cranes in the yard. Whatever it is, look out for those things which make you versatile. Look out for those things which have a bargaining chip. So you can say, well, if you get rid of me, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? And then in the meantime, you're learning all this stuff. So when you do go into the cranes at tax time, you buy your first crane ticket. You already know how to put the outriggers out. You already know how to put the fly on. You already know how to work the computer. You already know how to do all that stuff. So that's my advice. If you're young and you're rigging, get all the tickets which make you versatile. EWP, working at heights, HR license, and start learning. Start going on all the jobs you haven't done before. The worst thing you can do is stay dormant and stay doing the same jobs you've always done. Now look, you might have to work a bit harder for this, but at the end of the day, if you get job security and you can bargain for more money, you're going to be better off. Alright? So young riggers out there, you just got worded up. Alright? All good. Next video I'm doing is for young. And what I mean by young is if you're 20 to 40, 40 is still relatively young. That's what I mean. So if you're 35 going, oh, missed out, don't worry, man. You're still young. Alright, so that's it. Like this video, subscribe here. Go out and do something. Start learning. Start getting versatile. And start being someone that they don't really want to fire, because it's going to be a hassle for them to train someone else up to do what you can do. Go out there and get it.